Alright guys, so here is my little corner of my room that is dedicated to my beauty space. I've said this before in videos past that I share my beauty room with my daughter's baby situation. So here is my desk. Sorry I keep like waving my hand in front of the camera. But I'm sorry if you can hear clicking. Charlotte is in her swing right next to me, so hopefully I can put music over this so that's not too distracting. Okay, so these two are the iconic Alex drawers. I feel like every single YouTuber, beauty enthusiast on the planet has them. I got them last year. And then the thing on top is actually just a giant slab of white, what is it, lacquered wood or whatever that I got from Home Depot. The countertop that comes with the Alex drawers is so expensive. It's almost $100. And this little slab of wood thing, it was I think $20 or less. So I got this chair from Office Depot. So my little chair. Here is just kind of an overview of my desk. It is a little cluttered, I know, but I don't know, I kind of like clutter. Let me close the window. I feel like it's really bright. That's a little bit better. Okay, so I guess we'll start with the top of the desk and then go through the drawers. So first off, I always have my iPad on my desk because whenever I'm doing my makeup, I'm always watching something, whether it's YouTube videos or a show. Currently I'm watching Gossip Girl. So good. And then I have my coffee because I'm constantly drinking coffee all day long. These little boxes my mom gave me for Christmas a couple years ago, and they're just storage boxes. I actually don't have anything in them, but I thought they were cute, so I used them to kind of make different levels on my desk. Because I like when things are kind of different level of heights as opposed to all just one height. You know what I mean? I have this giant, what is this? Not abridged. Illustrated version of Pride and Prejudice. I think I mentioned this in my 25 facts about me video, but I collect Pride and Prejudice. I think I have about 6 or 7 of them. It's just kind of my thing. And then I have this little acrylic storage thing. I actually lost this drawer. I don't know where the heck it went, but yes. So down here are kind of just easy access sort of things, or things that I'm just trying to use or whatever. Kind of just this is kind of like a junk drawer for my makeup desk. I mean, I have a few of them, but this is on top of my desk. So I have some tape, some lip balm. I have some gel eyeliner. I have a new concealer that I want to try. A couple of Fenty Beauty foundation samples that I'm trying to test out. Some corrector and some more concealer. And then on this top thing is all brows. It's either brow stuff that I'm trying to use up because I have a dedicated section in my drawers for brows, but this is all brow stuff that I'm just trying to use up, either sample sizes of things or things that are almost empty or whatever, and I'm just trying to use it up. So instead of using other brow stuff, I want to use this stuff first. So I keep it on top of my desk so I remember to use this stuff first. And there's also tweezers and all kinds of junk in there. Then up here, I've got some skincare. I have my Moisture Rescue by Garnier, which is a really good dupe for the Clinique Moisture Surge, and it's a fraction of the cost. I have my favorite Clinique moisturizer, which I'm almost out of. And then I have this big candy jar looking thing for all of my beauty sponges. So in there's there's a couple beauty blenders, there's a couple of the Real Techniques ones, Eco Tools, L'Oreal, and a couple of rando sponges. Then I have this empty candle that I use for Q-tips, because Q-tips I feel are the best and most used beauty tool. I use Q-tips for practically everything, as well as tissues. And I have makeup wipes back here, my favorite Equate ones from Walmart, and just a cute little owl guy. I have this jar that used to be a makeup brush holder, but I now use it to store a bunch of hair stuff and a random pen. But basically there's clips and hair ties and a comb and brush and bobby pins and like all kinds of crap. I usually keep scissors in there too, but I have no idea where my scissors are. Just for trimming my bangs, because if you have bangs, you know the bangs grow like weeds. So I feel like I'm constantly having to trim them. Up here is kind of like some primery type things. I just have some hand cream and some argan oil. I have a little Ulta brush cleaner that I'm testing out. I don't know if I like it or not. Some like lip balms. I have this new lip oil from Ulta that I just got the other day. And it's this juice infused lip oil in jojoba peach. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with it. Like, it's so good. If you saw my video where I talked about like the Milani lip oil, the coconut one, it's just like that, but like better. I have this like lip mask as well as a primer that I'm trying to use up. So this is like the Becca, what's this thing called? The Becca First Light Priming Filter. I'm trying to use that all up. Then I have brushes, very, very dirty brushes. These two containers, actually I think all three of them. So I have this guy, which is like a giant like square. I have this one back here, which is like fall yellow with like leaves on it. And then this green one, they are all from Michael's. So I keep my brushes separated by like, these are just like all types of face brushes. You know, whatever I need for my face, because I have the most of those. These are all eye brushes. And then this little container I got from like the dollar section of Target are all like foundation type brushes. And then I have some nail polish remover. I bought this a long time ago from Target. I like it that it has like the pump, so you just use a cotton pad and you pump it on there. And I basically just buy acetone from the Dollar Tree and I refill it. So I keep that right here next to this guy, which is where I keep all of my nail polishes. I got this from Home Goods a long time ago, and I really think that it's a cute way to store my nail polishes. And then if you're wondering what this giant box is, if you saw my last empties video, this is just an empty baby wipes. Here's a little sneak peek. Baby wipes box that I keep next to my desk, and that's where I store all of my empties for when I do empties videos. So I keep that right by my desk, so I remember that if I go through something, that I can just toss it in there. So I know it doesn't look the best, but that's where I keep that. So, and then over here is where I have like my bookshelf, another like cluster mess of things. And then I keep my like perfumes right here and just like little extra rando sort of things. I know it's like a total mess. I can't wait for us to get a bigger house so I can have more space. Okay, so starting off on this side, we'll go through the drawers. So up top here is where I have all of my foundations and concealers. So we just have this like a random assortment of things. Got like I try to keep it, I mean, I'd like to say that I try to keep it in a sort of organized fashion, but I don't. I mean, I have all my stick concealers all together, and then just the rest of my foundations. I try to keep them organized by like, you know, things that I want to use up and things that, you know, I have that are like mostly full, but then things just get mixed and whatnot. So just where I have all of my foundations, and then I only have 3 concealers right now. I feel like I've used up a lot of my concealers. Well, I have a couple more up there that I'm trying to use. So, and then a couple of like concealer brushes, and this is a NYX contour stick. So that's in this drawer. This drawer is highlighters as well as like setting sprays or like facial sprays. I have just like a whole bunch of different sort of things like drugstore and high-end. And then here's all of my facial sprays. So I have Tatcha, Mario Descu, Wet n Wild, Max Fix Plus. And then this one, I just got this the other day and I'm already obsessed with it. Oh my gosh. It's like, I really liked this one. I put this in a favorites video, I think last month. But this one is better. Oh my gosh. And I totally like balled out and got the really giant one because I sprayed it in store and I was like, oh, this is amazing. And I feel like I'm going to go through this really fast. So I got the big kahuna of it. So yeah, I really like that one. And then, yep, so there's kind of no rhyme or reason of how I have this organized, just kind of like tossed in there. This next drawer is kind of like another sort of junk drawer, but there is some sort of organization to it. So right here I have primers. They're all kinds, or like kind of moisturizers. So there's like a little Baby Fix Plus in here. Stay Matte Primer by Rimmel. This Maybelline primer. And this Smashbox one. This is what I use for like sunblock. I have a joint like Q-tips. Some makeup remover, and then there's like all kinds of like random crap in here. Like I have nail clippers and matches and headphones. And then this is my drawer of like other brow stuff. So I have like my pomades in here. I have a couple of pencils, my brow powder, brow gel, a couple of razors, because I've mentioned this before in my prior like brow videos that I like to kind of shave around my brows instead of tweezing. I don't know why, I just choose to do it that way. Here's a picture of my family at Benihana, and this is what I use to fan my face after I use setting spray. Then in this drawer is my eyeshadow drawer. I have kind of like my bigger palettes in this one. So I have Too Faced Semi-Sweet, Modern Renaissance, the Too Faced Original Chocolate. I have a Z palette, which kind of has just like a random assortment of things. So in here are like Makeup Geek shadows, as well as a couple of Makeup Forever shadows, a couple of Morphe shadows. It's very random. I have it separated by like mattes and shimmers. I don't have very many single eyeshadows. I have mostly just palettes. And this is the Kat Von D Monarch palette. And then in this smaller one is where like I keep my smaller palettes. So I have like a little mini Morphe palette. There's Maybelline Wet n Wild, the Shan XO palette by BH Cosmetics. So good. This is like the Tarte Showstopper. I have the little Naked Basics. My new NYX Brights palette that I'm so excited to use. Oh my gosh, when I got this, I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. So there's that. And then I just recently got this guy, and I'm excited to test it out. I sort of have tried it, but like not really when doing my makeup. I kind of just tested out on a few things. This is supposed to be like the Veramona Color Switch. So it's a dry makeup brush cleaner, and it's like this tin thing that it has just like this weird spongy situation, and you just like swirl your brush in it and it takes off all the excess product. So I've always really enjoyed like spray makeup brush cleaners, but I wanted to test this out. And then back here is where I have all of my Morphe palettes. So I have like the original Jaclyn Hill favorites, the 350, 3502, and the 35P. And then the last drawer is definitely a junk drawer. This is where I just keep all sorts of like rando things. As you can see, it is a hot mess. There's like lotions, I have goggles, I have some Beats headphones, cotton pads, astringent, like just passports. There's just like all sorts of like rando stuff in there where I just don't know where else to put it, so I put it in there. I have a trash can under there. Okay, top over here is where I have all of like my face powders. So I have bronzers, then I have face powders, and then I have like face palettes. So in here is just an assortment of like, you know, drugstore and high-end face powder or like bronzers. I don't know why this is in there. This is like a Bare Minerals like little face brush, but I don't know why it's in there. So there's that, and then these are all like loose setting powders as well as like pressed face powders. And then for the face palettes, I have like the Too Faced Cocoa Contour. I have the ABH contour, as well as this Tartist, like the mini contour one. Then in this drawer is all blushes. There's like kind of the way I organize this. So these are all of my Milani ones, except for the Luminoso, which I use so often, so I don't have it in there, just so I know, like, easy to grab. I have some Jordana blushes. I have some Wet n Wild blushes, Marc Jacobs, Bare Minerals, e.l.f., some Essence blushes. I have one Tarte and a Clinique. And then here's where I have blush palettes. So I have this like Sephora Ombre Obsession one. I have a Smashbox one. I have another e.l.f. one, and then another Sephora one. So these are just like blush palettes. Then in this drawer is single eyeshadows. So I have all of my like ColourPop singles, not very many, but I have gotten rid of a few. I have some L'Oreal Infallibles, some L'Oreal Infallible shadows back here. I have some like NYX pigments, as well as some like rando like just NYX singles that I haven't depotted yet, just because depotting can be like such a, I don't know, like a hassle. Single Essence shadow. In here is where I have all of like my mascaras and eyelash curler. I finally got a new eyelash curler, guys. Holla! It's the Tarte one. Very excited. And then I keep my eyeliners and stuff in this guy. So I also have in here some lash glue. There's liquid eyeliners, there's pencil eyeliners, sort of things in there. And then I have a couple of pairs of lashes right here. Oh, and if you're wondering where I get these little, like these little guys, I get them all from the Dollar Tree. Because they have them in a lot of different colors, as well as like this like harder plastic, and then this like flimsy plastic. And I know they make things that you can buy like on Amazon. I think like By Allegory, I think, is the company that is really popular for that. But I mean, that stuff is so expensive, and these are $1. So that's why I get those. Okay, this drawer is kind of a cluster. Fluff. It is my lip drawer. I'd like to say that I have this somewhat organized, but I kind of don't. All these little like acrylic things I all got from either TJ Maxx or from Marshall's. And okay, so I have, like, as you can see, like a lot of Maybelline stick lipsticks. I have a lot of like my ColourPop lippies. I have a couple of Kat Von D lippies. I have some Revlon ones here. These are NYX. These are also Revlon over here. I have all of my lip liners in one drawer, so hooray for me for having somewhat that organized. These are all ColourPop lippy sticks. I have like mini Kat Von D lips there. A couple of like the NARS crayons. I have a couple of like NYX like lip liquid suedes. And then back here I have a couple of like lip glosses. So this drawer definitely needs some work. It's not that organized, and it looks a little gross, and you know what I mean? It doesn't look the best. And then down here, last drawer is like my hair drawer. I have in here just a bunch of hair tools, curling irons, straightener, as well as all of my dry shampoos. So I have like my Clean Freak one. This is my Elizabeth and James one. I have a Batiste that I need to use up, as well as like a couple of like hair products. Like this is like a strengthening spray, as well as like a smoothing serum, all that sort of thing. Okay, so I think that wrapped up. Oh, and then my mirror, which I'm like constantly taking down and whatnot. And I keep back here cotton pads for makeup remover and such. So yeah, that's it. That is my vanity tour and my makeup collection and how I organize things. I hope that this was entertaining or interesting. I know I don't have the biggest makeup collection compared to a lot of other YouTubers who have like, you know, stacks on stacks on stacks of makeup, but yeah, this is my little humble collection. I know for a lot of people this is a lot of makeup, but you know, us makeup junkies, we just want more and more and more. So yeah, I hope that you really enjoyed this video. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, then please subscribe. Of course, I'll list below my other social media so you can find me and say hello. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.